A second ago, the intersection was crowded with people. In the next second, everyone suddenly vanished into thin air, leaving only the three protagonists standing there, dumbfounded. They had no idea that they had been drawn into an extremely dangerous game. That night, following the instructions, they arrived at the game building. They followed the direction of the arrows and turned a corner, not noticing that they were stepping into an infrared zone. Each of them picked up a phone from the table. The phones had no signal and couldn't make calls. Then, the screens lit up and started a countdown. Suddenly, a beautiful woman walked over. She took out an employee ID card from a man's clothing and threw it into the infrared zone. The ID card was instantly damaged. It turned out that this area could only be entered, not exited. Then, a student walked in, clearly also forced to participate in the game. At this point, the phone started counting down and announced the rules of the game. When you enter the room, you will see two doors. You must choose the correct door of life within the specified time to survive. Choose the wrong door and you will die. The woman took the lead and entered the room, with the others following behind. The game officially began. The first room had a time limit of 2 minutes. They went in to investigate and found 2 more doors on the left and right. At this moment, a foul-smelling smoke rose from beneath their feet. The female student was very panicked. Disregarding everyone's attempts to stop her, she rushed straight towards the door of life. As soon as she opened the door, a laser beam shot through her head. Obviously, she had chosen the wrong door. Seeing this, the woman directly opened the other door. The other 3 followed and ran in. The next second, flames engulfed the entire room. In the second room, there were still 2 doors. They blamed the woman for causing the student's death, but the woman didn't want to pay attention to them because now there was only 1 minute left. The smoke continued to rise from below. At this point, the most important thing was to escape. Jack didn't hesitate and walked straight towards the door of life. At this moment, the broadcast announced that there were only 10 seconds left. He took a deep breath and then opened the door directly. Fortunately, the man had guessed correctly. The third room also had 2 doors. He forcibly pushed the woman to the front of the door and ordered her to open it. But seeing the woman's pitiful appearance, the man ultimately couldn't bring himself to do it. At this point, Jack suddenly stood up and rushed straight towards the door of death. He explained to everyone, "Based on my memory, the entire building is square-shaped, and these rooms are also square. When we came in earlier, there were 3 rooms on the left, which means there are 9 rooms on each floor. We entered from the room below, and the female student died in the room on the right, which means the correct room is above. Now we've reached the 3rd room, indicating that all this reasoning is correct. With that, the answer is clear. The correct room is the one on the right." As the final 5-second countdown began, they rushed towards the 4th room, but when they entered, they saw a terrifying scene. There was no exit in sight.